Welcome to Red Truck Theory, episode 6. I am your host, Coach Jay Fry here, and we bring you this feeling of Friday regardless of the day. That's why we call this podcast Every Day is Friday. Our focus here for Red Truck Theory is that there are leadership opportunities in front of us every single day if we're willing to look for them. We've got the reticular activating system that's in our brain that's always looking for patterns. And how can we do that? But most of us are looking for negative patterns. Most of us are looking for patterns where, that person got it and I didn't. That person did this and I didn't. So we start looking for more of those patterns. But what if we started looking for patterns where we could grow, develop, and get better? That's the red truck theory. The red truck hauling a Christmas tree. Right before I buy it, it's going across the street. It's going and going and going. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. I want that truck. That's the truck I want. I buy the truck and then I turn and I go down the street, turn left on 141. And guess what? There's the same red truck hauling a Christmas tree. Why? Because of that RAS. Our opportunities are in front of us. The trucks are in front of us because we're looking for them. We're looking for that pattern recognition. So today, I want you to begin looking for the recognition of opportunities of leadership, opportunities for you to grow, get better, and move the needle. Today's episode is phenomenal. Why? Because I'm stealing wisdom. I'm stealing it. Don't tell him. I'm stealing wisdom from my mentor, my brother, my colleague, Nick Lavery. Green Beret, first and only above-the-knee amputee special forces to go back into active duty. Gets his robot leg and goes back in. Wild and crazy, man. So I've got nothing but love and respect for Nick. And so what I want to do is I want to honor him. I want to honor the things that he says in here. So please understand that I take his words and use them as opportunities for you to grow, for you to get better. And then I'll probably insert some stories in here on how it's happening into my life and how most of these, in fact, all of them, have had an impact inside of my life. And there goes the cat. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. What are you doing? All righty. So if you look back into January 3rd, 1/3/2026, my man Nick posted 8 hard truths. Okay? So we're going to dive into these 8 hard truths. I know I typically give you 5. But we're going to give you 8. Why not? It's Friday. Every day is Friday. So let's get better. All right. Hard truth number 1 is that trust requires proof. Trust requires proof. As a new leader, you are going into a new position, new teammates. Maybe you ended up getting a promotion, right? So some of these teammates, See, trust requires proof. In order for you to get the trust within them, their trust, it's going to take action. It's going to take time. It's going to take me as a leader giving them trust. That's the proof that they see. I don't tell them, hey, you got to trust me. It's my way. You're going to do it my way. That doesn't do it because I don't know what your way is. And I don't know if your way works. And I don't know, you haven't done anything for me. So trust requires proof because, get out of the way. Trust requires proof from our leadership standpoints. We've got to make sure that we give them trust. We'll gain it back. But that's another piece of requiring proof. If I can be trustworthy and I can say, you know what? I just got this position. I don't know your role, but I want to see you excel in it. Can you show me what that looks like? Bam! I'm giving them trust. And that's giving them the proof that they need to trust me. Trust requires proof. Number two, you better be watching, better be listening. Once is a mistake. Twice is a decision. Once is a mistake and twice is a decision. That's in parenting. That's in coaching. That's in business. That's in education. we're seeing this more and more where we're allowing once to be a mistake. Oh, this second time. Oh yeah, it's an honest mistake. Oh yeah, the third time. Oh yeah, we're allowing mistakes to continue to occur, the same mistakes, and nothing's happening. Well, after the first one, it's a choice. Once they know that they can get away with it, it's a choice. It's like the student who comes in late to class holding a Starbucks cup because they got held up at Starbucks. I'm sorry, traffic. Traffic wouldn't have existed if you didn't stop at Starbucks, right? So we've got to be focused on this not happening again. Us being deliberate and intentional with our mistakes. If you do the same thing over and over again and it's not giving you that same result, that's the typical definition of insanity, right? Expecting a different result. Well, the same thing is once we know that that's the case, you've made the mistake, you made it once, and you do the same thing again, you made the choice. So the consequences are certainly yours, and you didn't get any better. You didn't help your team. Everybody wants to be a part of a team where they can help and be serviced. Learn from that mistake. Grow from it. Make sure that once stays the mistake. And the second time, if you made that a mistake similar, it's because you tried something different. Try things different. Do things differently. Don't make the decision to go against what you did. Don't be deliberate in your decisions for the same thing, the same mistake. Number 3, that was 2, so now we're on 3. You cannot heal. You can't heal before you feel it. I'm going to repeat the first part of this again. You cannot heal before you feel it. So lean into discomfort. So let's talk first piece. I am by no means a psychologist. I am by no means a psychiatric practitioner. I do study the stuff. I do learn from it. And I do try to help others with just little cues that I've learned. But please understand, I'm washing my hands on this one. It's not me. I am not a doctor. You can't heal before you feel. So basically, you've got to sit in it. A friend of mine says that it's like concrete. You got to sit in it, and that's okay. But you can't let it set. And that's oftentimes what we're doing. We don't get to heal because all we're doing is staying in the hurt. We're staying there. Okay, but because we don't want to feel it again. So I'm going to avoid it. I'm going to get away from it. I'm not going to trust anybody. I'm not going to do this, that, and the other. I need to be able to heal before I can't, right? In order for me to move forward, I've got to be able to heal. The way that I've got to be able to heal is I must first feel it. I must sit in it. But some of this is going to be heart-wrenching. Some of us have gone through some serious trauma in our life. But since we don't address it, since we don't sit in it and feel it first, we can't heal. And it sucks. And it hurts. And we're going through all this. And we think that we're going through this alone. And we're not. There are so many people here out here to help you. But you can't heal until you feel it. And that's going to hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable. And then you must lean into that. So lean into the discomfort. Too often times we're looking at successful people as where they're at instead of seeing what they did in order to be successful. And a lot of the times these successful people do just that. They end it with that second part. They lean into the discomfort. That is what we're looking for. Lean into the discomfort. It's going to hurt, guys. It's going to be hard. HRD, hard. But that's the point. We've got to go through hard stuff in order to get to where we want to go. So let's lean into that discomfort. Number 4. This is one of my favorites. If you aren't losing friends, you either have few or you aren't growing up. You have few or you aren't growing up. If you're chasing your big ass goals, your bags, If you're chasing these, guess what? I promise you, some of your friends are going to think you're crazy. And they're going to be like, dude, you shouldn't even do that. That's crazy. There's no way that you can do that. I should probably lose that friend. Simply because they don't have the same mindset as where I want to go. And a lot of times, people will not have the same mindset as you, and that's okay. But what you need to do is you need to surround yourself with people who do have similar mindsets. They don't have to have the same bag as you. They just have to have similar mindsets. And when that happens, they're gonna help you lean into that discomfort like the previous one. They're gonna help talk you through certain things. They're gonna be your red team. They're gonna be your blue team. They're gonna be parts of this to help you grow, to help you get up. But we live in a society that's a crab-like mentality. When crabs are all in a jar together, instead of, hey, lean on me, boom, and let's stack, boom, you sit on me, and then I'm going to sit on you, and then we're going to get up, we're going to get out, and we're going to be free. It's going to be Finding Nemo. But they don't. When they see you get higher, they grab you, and they pinch you, and they pull you down. That's going to be like some of your friends. They're going to see your success. They're going to see your mindset. They're going to see your big ass goals, and they're going to see you chasing them, and they're going to try to grab you and pull you down. That's why you need to be losing friends. It's not fun. You just might not spend as much time with them, but they're going to pull you down, so you need to make sure, hey, guess what? I can't be in a position where they pull me down. If you aren't losing friends, you either have few or you're not growing up. Your growth is the growing up part. That was number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on 5. Typically, we'd be done after this one, but no, we've got more to come. Number 5, love. Ooh, it is Valentine's Day. Love as a feeling alone isn't enough. Love as a feeling alone isn't enough. There's a couple more keys here. Love is prioritization. It's choice and it's action. If you are married, then you automatically know this is truth right here. Love is prioritizing. Do you prioritize your spouse? Do you prioritize your family that you love so much? Do you prioritize them? Do you make them priorities over some of the other things in your life? I don't know. That's a question worth asking for yourself. Prioritization. Choice. Love is a choice. When I choose to do this, choice is like a commitment. I am making the commitment, the choice to be with you. Love is a true choice. I choose to do this. And when I love you, it's not I only love you for the good things. It's not I only love you for the good days. It's that I love you and I'm making the choice that through good, through hard, through sickness and in health, right? Through those commitments that you made, that no matter what, I'm choosing love. We as parents choose to change a diaper when it's disgusting. I love my kid that much that I would get all in there and get my hands dirty. Nasty. I don't even want to go back to that. Never mind. We're gonna I don't want to think about that one. That's gross. Action. Love is action. Guys, love is not passive. Love is action. Action means movement towards. Like, we have a goal. My wife and I need to go spend some time walking every day. That is action, because we're making sure that things happen so that we can be together. We're making sure that we're prioritizing time for us to do things together and do them and experience them. Even if it's a cup of coffee, even if it's a dinner, which I am terrible at planning because I need to be better at prioritizing it, okay? So this one speaks to me. This one hits me in the gut. Thanks a lot, Nick. I need to do better at this, at the action piece. We all do. But I in particular. Love is prioritization. Love is a choice. And love is action, guys. Next up, we've got number 6. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, oh, good. I was worried. All right. If your absence doesn't affect them, your presence doesn't matter to them. We invest so much time into work. We invest so much energy into work. Like, we're over here waking up stressed because of we might be late to work. We're over here, just having work be such a demanding piece in our life. And yet, our presence might not matter. What's going to happen? They're going to put a post in LinkedIn and Indeed, wherever else in the company. So-and-so died. It's a sad day, but we've got to fill their position. How much of your presence matters to them? So if you're gone, how does it hurt? How does it feel for them? Man, like, you notice that when a coworker goes away for a week and they come back, you're like, dude, I missed you. Girl, you were missed around here, your presence, all that stuff. Like, people feel that. They feel your energy. They feel your vibes. So if your absence doesn't affect them, if they don't feel you on the days when they're gone, they're not gonna be blessed by your presence. It won't matter to them. So remember that. How do you create a feeling? What are the emotions that you create in your teammates, in your family, in the priorities that matter to you? How do you create emotions for those types of people? Do you genuinely care for them? So think about that. Number 8. Wait, 7, sorry. Woo! Can't get ahead of myself. I was over there looking at the title, 8 Hard Truths, and we are on number 7. Last one was 6. This one's 7. Sorry, that was for my kid. An apology is completely worthless if you need to ask for it and it doesn't accompany change. Think about that. If you apologize and it doesn't warrant change, your apology is worthless. It's worthless. Think of all the times, oh, my bad. I messed up. Yeah, my bad. And nothing happens? Then it didn't matter to you. And what it shows is that they don't matter to you. An apology is completely worthless. Why are you even apologizing? If you're not going to change, I'm sorry, insert person, insert relationship. I'm sorry, person. I did this and it demonstrated that I was not aware of how you felt. If I say all that, and then I don't change on understanding how they felt, it doesn't matter. It's not going to work. It's worthless. So be mindful when you apologize today, because there's going to be a chance, like, you might even cut somebody off. Hey, be aware. What did I do? I didn't look when I should have put my blinker on. I didn't look. So make your apology worth something. When you apologize to your boss, when you apologize to your coworker, when you apologize to your spouse, when you apologize to your kid, demonstrate that it's worth something. Number 8. You've been waiting for it. Here it is. On the other side of total wreckage is a person with enhanced clarity, relentless drive, and unwavering presence. If you are willing to rise and rebuild. Totally wrecked person, enhanced clarity, relentless drive, unwavering presence. If you choose or are willing to rise and rebuild. If you fail, totally wrecked. I messed up. I'm at the bottom. It can't get worse. I'm there. The other side of that person is somebody who's got enhanced clarity, relentless drive, and unwavering presence. They're right next to each other. You just got to get over there. Well, what happens? I've got to choose. I've got to be willing to rise, to stand up in the midst of embarrassment, in the midst of my ego being hurt, in the midst of all this, being here to get to there. I have to rise and rebuild and work my way to get over there so that I can have relentless drive. So I can have an insane amount of clarity because I stood up, because I fought back inch by inch. I'm that close. I'm so close to becoming somebody with that type of clarity, with the type of drive, with the type of presence, because I chose. I was willing to rise and rebuild, to work on the things that I failed at, to work on the things that need improvement, to work on the things that matter. I'm that close. You are that close. We are all that close if we're willing to rise and rebuild. So when you have your mistakes today, because you're going to have them, you're a leader, you're chasing leadership, you're chasing your best, that means failure on top of failure on top of failure. If you're willing to do all this, then you've got a chance. You got a chance. Those are 8 hard truths that my man Nick Lavery dropped on January 1st, 2026. So if you need to go back, hit that tweet, check it out. But you've got them all here. You've got the 8 hard truths. Other side of the wreckage is a person with enhanced clarity, relentless drive, and unwavering presence. If you're willing to rise and rebuild. Number 8, an apology is completely worthless, ladies and gentlemen, if it doesn't accompany change. Remember that. When I say I'm sorry, I mean it. How do I mean it? I demonstrate it through the fact that I'm willing to change and do things differently. If your absence doesn't affect them, then you know your presence isn't doing its job. So be somebody who engages emotions. Be somebody who cares about their people. Be somebody who, when they leave, the team feels it. Love. Love as a feeling isn't enough. What do we need? We need prioritization. We need choice, and we need action. We need those 3 things to make it a verb, because it's not a noun. To make it action. We're going to choose action to demonstrate love. It's Valentine's Day. If you aren't losing friends, what does that mean? You either have few or you're not growing up. So it might be time to start evaluating, hey, I've got all these friends. Why do I have all these friends? They've all been there. Are they the crabs pulling me down? Would they stay if I chased my bags? Would they stay if I had to wake up early, which meant that I can't be out late? Which means I have to eat differently. I can't go out all the time. I can't eat out all the time. I've got to be focused on my food so that I can transfer my body into the body that I want to become, or the athlete I want to become. Would they stay? Would they support me? Or would they just end up going, man, you should quit. It's just one day. What should we do to that person? Lose them. You can't heal before you feel. Lean into the discomfort. If there's some stuff there, if there's some underlying issues on why you're not healing, you must feel it. You must sit, not set. Sit in it, feel it. My buddy says, name it to tame it. If you've got this lion inside of you that is triggered often because of certain things, you've got to sit in it. You've got to feel it. You've got to name it in order to tame that lion. Name it to tame it. Once is a mistake, twice is a decision. You're making the choice right now. When you make your mistake, don't let it be twice. We call it a snowball effect. 1 turns to 2, 2 turns 3, 3 turns 4. That mentality means, dude, I'm making the choice to constantly do the same things over and over. So make sure it is a mistake, and we learn from it, and we adapt, and we don't let it become a choice or a decision. Last one, first one that we started with was trust requires proof. In order for you to get trust in others, from others, it requires your proof. What are you going to do? How do you prove yourself as a leader so that they trust you? My man, Dr. Rob McKenna, just came out with a book. It's going to be a phenomenal book. Please look him up. Let me make sure that I have the book the right way. I might mess it up, and I don't want to mess it up. So let's go here. We're going to go into here. We're going to do some of this. We're going to go Rob. My man, Rob. It's not even working. Okay, there he is. Rob just came out. Activity, here we go. It's called, forgive me, it's called Whole Leaders and Wild Trust. Just came out with that book. But it's just showing us here that trust requires proof. This book is talking about trust requiring proof. Nick was spot on with it being a hard truth because we don't just automatically get trust. It doesn't work that way. So ladies and gentlemen, Red Truck Theory, episode number 6 just ended, and that's okay. Because now it's time to go put these things, these 8 hard truths into practice so that we become better leaders. Because these things are right in front of us. Every single one of these opportunities that Nick discussed on his tweet is something that is in front of us and happening to us every single day. You won't find a lack of opportunities from these today. So I urge you, not just to see those opportunities, but to understand too that today is Friday. Every day is Friday. If you chose to see it that way, if you chose to go, you know what? I want to bring the energy that Friday brings, and I want to bring it on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday. I want to bring it. You've got that choice.